Good evening. Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, it's good to be here again. Um, um, Sorry about the last time that I couldn't come in on time to be with you guys. It's because of my busy schedule, and I hope we'll be able to achieve something this evening, and then we can move on from there. So once again, I want to welcome everyone to this evening's meeting. And I believe that for every one of us on this platform, we are educators who want to be edupreneurs. And so we'll be talking, or we'll be looking at how you can start your own business and how you can scale the business to make it a thriving business that can be beneficiary to you in such a way that you can start making profits from the business, which is very important. I know I laid emphasis on something during the free class. I'm just going to go through one or two things before I link it up with the major thing that we need to do today. Also bear with me. Let me just mention it beforehand. This is Nigeria. Electricity is a challenge here in Nigeria. Presently, we are on the government electricity, not our own self-generated electricity, which comes from the generator set. But the electricity may be interrupted. It takes a while for my mega to on the gen. So, but I'm here and I will still be with you. Just in case it happens, I'm just giving you a foreknowledge or let you know beforehand. So quickly, let's talk about how do you build a business? How do you start a business? How do you grow a business? What are the major things that you need to start with if you intend to start your own business? You know, I always say this, and I'll repeat this phrase here. I said the problem of entrepreneurship is not money. The problem of entrepreneurship is knowing what to do at the right time. That is the problem of entrepreneurship in Nigeria. The problem is not money, especially right now in this age. There are tons of money out there waiting for people to access it, for them to start their businesses. There are quite a number of investors also who are out there, who are looking for how they can support entrepreneurs who are starting businesses. So money is not the major problem of entrepreneurship, especially in our country right now. But the major problem of entrepreneurship is knowing what to do, or even when you access the money, how do you leverage on the money to achieve the purpose of the business. I've had one of a client, one thing, a man gave her 35 million naira and the money went down the drain. The man gave her another 35 million naira, it went down the drain. And the third 35 million naira, it went down the drain until somebody gave her my contact and said, oh, you need to talk to this guy. If you speak with this guy, I am very certain he will be able to advise you on what to do and the process and how to go about it. So she reached out to me, and eventually when she started the business with just 350,000 naira. The same business today should be scaling close to 10 to 15 million naira. She's still in the process of still scaling the business. So, but what am I trying to say in essence? It is important that when you intend to get into or you intend to start business, there are three basic knowledge that you must have. I'm going to emphasize on that. That is where to start from. That is the foundational facts about business. There are three basic knowledge that you must have if you intend to start a business. The first knowledge that you must have, we call it the business management knowledge. It is a knowledge, it's a skill. If you don't have it, you don't have it. If you have it, you have it. Those who have the business management skills, that's why it is easier for them to build anything with 0 naira from scratch, because they have the business management skills or knowledge. Of course, the business management skill is not as if, there is one platform where you can have all the business management skills. But the business management skills is constantly improving, and you have to become a student of business management skills for you to be able to run successful businesses. That's why you also see that top CEO, top executives, you see them sometimes they fly to Yale, they fly to Harvard, they fly to Oxford to get 1 or 2 degrees just to, complement the knowledge they already have, and to also have a refresher course on the innovation that is out there. So the first knowledge or the first skill that you need is the business management skill. The business management skill will teach you how to make money. It will teach you how to make money. The business management skills will teach you how to make money. The second knowledge that you need is the financial management skill. A lot of people, if I ask here now, how many of you in this room right now have 1 million naira in his or her account? We may not get too many hands up, or we may not even get any hands up at all. But if I ask that between August last year and August this year, do you think 1 million naira has flow past through? Definitely 1 million naira has flow past you. But the problem is the money flow past you, but you don't have the control over it. That is what the financial management skills will do for you. It will teach you how to control money. You must have the skill that is required to control money. You must be disciplined with money. If you're starting a business, you must have the business account on your own personal account separately. They must be separated, and nothing about the business should go for personal stuff. Something about the personal stuff can go for the business, but from the business should not solve personal problem. You should place yourself on a salary to solve your personal problem. So that is the second skill that you need. Then the third skill that you need is the investment management skill. The investment management skill will teach you how to multiply the money. So now if you look at those three skills, the business management skill teaches you how to make the money. The financial management skill teaches you how to control the money. And the investment management skill teaches you how to multiply the money. If you're an entrepreneur, if you intend to start your own business as an edupreneur, you must have those three skills. And like I said, these three skills, they are not embedded somewhere. Where are the places where you can find these three skills? Number one, these skills are hidden in books. They are hidden in books. So if you're going into business, you must be someone who read a lot. You must expose yourself to reading a lot. You must be someone who read a lot. That is the first place where you can find these three skills. So maybe you're moving by, like we have a place somewhere in Lagos. I don't know if you are in Lagos. We have a place in Lagos, Ojuelegba on that bridge. We have a place at Ikeja, close to Computer Village, where you see books being poured on the ground and they are sold very cheap. You can look for business books, books that talks about business, books that talk about money, books that talks about investment. Those are the books you should be looking for. Then number two, I always use the opportunity to also introduce the platform I have created for entrepreneurs. The platform I have created for entrepreneurs. You know, I always tell my students, I said that platform is a work of over 10 to 15 years of my life, and is also filled with the knowledge of over 20 to 30 years of some business leaders that I've interviewed in this country. So I've created a business resource platform for entrepreneurs. In that platform, all you need is to subscribe with 1,000 Naira every month, and you can access all the contents on the platform that can expose you to these three knowledge that I'm talking about. The platform is www.businessiqafrica.com in case you want to check it out. www.businessiqafrica.com. So on such platform also, you can find all this knowledge in fragments on that platform. The third place where you can find the knowledge is that you can take your own time to search on Google. You can go on Google and you type on Google how to start a business, how to manage a business, how to invest, financial knowledge. Lot of articles will pop up for you. You can read through them. I still tell my students that every day I spend 2 hours just reading about business and finance and investment on Google every night before I sleep. From Yahoo Business, Yahoo Finance, I read all those things before I sleep every night. You know, so it's important you expose yourself to all these things. Then apart from those three I've mentioned, you can also get this knowledge from mentors. You can't be in business and not have mentors. No, it is wrong. If you have mentors, it will help you to channel the direction of your business without reinventing the wheel. You can imagine if you intend to make a car, when already people like Honda, people like Toyota, Mercedes-Benz, BMW, they have created a model of those cars. So why do you want to start your own model when you can look at their model and you can just redesign one or two things and create your own car? The same way it is when you are starting your own business. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to start thinking, how do I start my business? What do I need to start? Find someone who is already running existing business and is successful to an extent. It doesn't have to be mega successful, but successful to an extent. And attach yourself to that person as a mentee and learn from that person. Process the things you need to do. Don't assume. Don't sit in the comfort of your home and you assume that, oh, I think I should do this. No. In business, we don't assume. We work with facts and we work with figures. We don't assume in business. We work with facts and we work with figures. So don't assume. Work with facts. Work with figures. So when you have mentors who can mentor you, who can expose you to some of these things, you will have basic knowledge that you need for business management skill, financial management skill, and investment management skill. Then thirdly, if you're going to start a business, you should be a student of seminars, trainings, workshop, and conferences. Seminar, training, workshop, and conferences. Just like I'm talking to you, I'm just coming in, say like 30 minutes ago or 40 minutes ago, I just came into the house. I left home at 7:30 in the morning. I've been at a conference I was at that conference that started by 8 a.m. I was there till like 1 p.m. I left there. I had to go to my own training where I train students. You know, after the training, I had a strategic meeting with some clients that were trying to launch a product for them. You know, so all these things as a way of helping you to grow. I always say this: if you're a student of business, you intend to start your own business, you must attend at least one seminar every month, whether you are attending a free one online or you are attending a paid one. It goes a long way. Then you must attend at least one training every 3 months. One training every 3 months. Seminar is a summary of training. Seminar is just maybe one day. Training can take 2-3 days, like what we are doing is training. Then number 3, you must attend workshop. Workshop exposes you to the practical process of how you need to get it done. Workshop will expose you to the practical process of how you need to get it done. Then lastly, you attend conferences. One workshop once in quarterly, one workshop quarterly, one seminar once a month, one training quarterly, one workshop every 6 months. Yeah, one workshop every 6 months. One workshop every 6 months. Then one conference, at least one conference yearly. What is the purpose of a conference? Conference is that you will have the opportunity to listen to people from different walks of life, from different industries. That is the difference. So put your calendar together. If you intend to start your own business or you are running your own business, be hungry for all these things, whether the free one, whether the paid one. There is no way you will not learn something that will add to your knowledge bank that you need for you to run a successful business. So if you equip yourself with these 3 skills, at least you are set to start your own business. Then, like I said in the free class, when you are set to start your own business, the first thing you need is to determine the niche market that you want to focus energy on. You can't do everything. So find the small place where you can start from. You can tell yourself, I'm an educator. Why don't I start by making YouTube videos? I don't have so much money. Then let me start by making YouTube videos. Then you can start by making YouTube videos and have 1 minute or several minutes of those videos on your Instagram also. You can start that way and be consistent with it. If you're consistent with it on YouTube, 3 things can happen. The first thing that can happen is that your video begins to gather engagement. When it begins to gather engagement, people begin to see you as a consultant in that field, and they will begin to consult you and pay for your services. That is the first thing that can happen if you leverage on platform like YouTube. The second thing that can happen is that your channel grows to an extent where YouTube can start paying you for every time people watch your video. You start getting paid in dollars for every time people watch your videos. Then number 3, you can have people who eventually say, oh, this person has a large crowd following him or her, and they can give you their products to also talk about on your platform. That's 3. Or number 4, which is not so common in Nigeria, you can have sponsors. On YouTube, you can have sponsors, people who just every month, at the end of the month, they have decided in their mind that they are going to be giving you $5 or $10 or $20 or $100 for the information that you are passing to people on such a platform. So find your niche market where you want to start from. So you can start by just writing books. Adeola mentioned that the last time too. You can start by writing books. You don't even have to publish the books these days. You can have it as ebooks, and you create a website where people can access the ebooks. Or if you don't want to create a website, you can have those books on platforms like Okada Books, like Amazon, like BAM Books. There are several of them, Kobo Books and all that. When you have your books there, if you have your book on like 4 or 5 different places where people can go there, read or buy those books, you realize that at the end of the month, something is coming back to you from the sales of those books. If yours is not books, yours might be training. You can start training like what Adiola is doing presently. It may start small, but consistently, as you go on with it, as time goes on, people start trusting your brand, and they can start paying you awesomely for your training on Zoom. You can even do the training on WhatsApp. It may look funny when you are charging as low as 500 naira or 1,000 naira, but just get your foot in first and make sure you deliver on your content. Once you deliver on your content, people like your content, they appreciate your content, they will spread the word, and your platform will start growing. I always say this, during COVID, when everybody was panicking, just on WhatsApp, I make close to 600 to 800,000 naira during COVID, just on WhatsApp. I didn't do anything from outside WhatsApp. I make close to 600 to 800,000 naira on WhatsApp. So there is nothing that you cannot do. So find your own niche. Your own, maybe you want to have a radio program on radio station. Go to radio station, negotiate with them, start talking about what your knowledge is about. We are in the era of knowledge, era of information. So sell the information, and you'll be shocked that there are people out there who are waiting for it. Yours, you might decide to start a blog. Just start a blog and just give people the knowledge. You can imagine how much somebody like Linda Ikeji is charging for advert placement on her blog as we speak. So you can start a blog, an educational blog, and you concentrate your effort and you are consistent. Gradually, people start knowing you. You can even start from your Facebook page. All these will not cost you money. You can start from your Facebook page. Let it be known that on your Facebook page, this is the only thing you talk about.
So I think you are muted. We can't hear you. You muted yourself.
Hello, am I still there? Chijoke, am I still there?
Yes, yes.
Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please.
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you. So you can start on your Facebook page. Like I said, if you check my Facebook page, Alfred Ade Ijimakiwa, you will see on my Facebook post, I don't post any other thing except business-related things. And I've even blocked people from sending unnecessary content to my Facebook wall. I don't permit it. And because I don't permit all that, people get to see everything I post about business. And I can tell you categorically and boldly that Facebook contributes to 30% of my yearly revenue. people who just found what I wrote on Facebook and they reach out to me and I eventually consult for them. They pay me for their services. Some reach out to me even requesting for services that I don't do, and I get to help them get it done. You understand me? So you can start from your Facebook and be consistent with it. Don't post the picture of when you are in a wedding, then you post the picture of your business as an entrepreneur. No, if you want to post picture of when you are at a wedding, you don't need Facebook to do that. You don't have to start telling people about your personal life. You know, people get this thing all wrong. The guy who started Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, he is making money with your information. So when he is making money with your information, what is wrong if you two are also making money from the same platform? There is nothing wrong. So find a way for you to make money on that platform. So there are several things you can leverage on in those areas. So now if you have carved a niche for yourself, then the next thing is that you need a business name. You need a business name. Ideas are useless if they are not attached to a concept. I repeat, ideas, they are useless if they are not attached to a concept. If you tell someone, I have this business idea, it is vague to them. But when you show someone, this is the name of my business, or this is my business, we do so, so, and so, it becomes clearer to that person. So find a business name. And when you are creating a business name for your business, let me just give you this tip. Create a name that is memorable and easy for people to pronounce. Don't create complicated name. Create a name that is memorable and easy for people to pronounce. Then secondly, don't attach your business name to your personal name. That is not how to immortalize yourself. No. The way you immortalize yourself is when you create something that will outlive you. Look at the guy who started Mercedes-Benz now. It's been over 80 to 100 years. The owner has passed on, but we still see Mercedes-Benz, although that is his own name, because during that era, that was how businesses were registered. But now, this era, it has changed. Don't tie your business name to your personal name. When you tie your business name to your personal name, it shows that you are running a one-man business. No matter how big you grow, those are part of the challenges people like Dangote are still facing. Those are part of the challenges people like Linda Ikeji will face tomorrow. Oh, like I said, electricity has been interrupted. Just give me a minute. Let me tell my Mega to help me on the chain. I'll be with you shortly. For people to pronounce. If you look at names like Microsoft, look like at name like Facebook, Chase Manhattan Bank, Diamond Bank, Access Bank, Zenith Bank. All these names are deliberate because they are part of your everyday vocabularies. And because they are part of your everyday vocabularies, it's easier for you to remember them. It's easier for you to remember them. So create a name that are memorable. Then two, don't try to lock your business name around your personal name. Don't lock your business name around your personal name. It will eventually not go so well with the business. We are hoping that when people like Dangote or people like Linda Ikeji, we don't know what will become of their business tomorrow if they pass on. We have not seen any business in Nigeria that has such a succession of the owner of the business naming the business after himself or herself, passes on, and the business is still existing. We're still yet to see one. So that is the second thing, create a business name. Then once you create a business name, if you are in Nigeria, it is an unstructured environment and you can do whatever you feel like doing. You can wake up tomorrow morning and say the business name you want to have for yourself is ABC. Go and do a complimentary card and start doing business. But that is an illegal way of doing business in any economy. The business will not go far. So what do? You must register your business. Take the business through the normal registration process. The body in charge of registering businesses in Nigeria is the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC. You can Google them, just type on Google CAC, you see their platform, make an inquiry how you can register. Some consultants will charge you, some lawyers will charge you for a fee, but if you can do it directly by yourself, it will not cost you so much, as little as between 10 and 15,000 naira for you to register a business name. But if a consultant is doing it for you, it can get to like 26,000 to 30,000 naira. So it's almost like double the amount that you're going to be spending if you do it yourself. So you need to get the business registered. When you get the business registered, you also need to now open a corporate account for the business. That is what shows that you are in business. Now you have documentation backing your business. You have a corporate account opened for the business so that you can separate the business money from your personal money. You can separate the business money from your personal money. You open a corporate account for that. With any commercial bank, I mean, some banks are even opening these days with zero naira in your account, and they will open the account for you in your business name. They will open the account for you in your business name. Once that is done, then you move to the next phase. You need a logo, a graphical representation of the business. The logo is the tangible part of the business that people can interface with. When people interface with your product or your service without them having an image attached to it, they don't value it. But when they have an image attached to your business, it's easier for them to value it. That's why you can imagine walking on the road and you see a building and they wrote bank on it. Will you go and put your money inside? No, you will not go in, because you'll be thinking, are they fraud? Are they genuine? Because they just wrote bank. What's the name? You can imagine if they gave birth to you and your parents, they didn't give you a name. So what do you think people will do? They don't have how to represent you. That's why if you see all these corporate organizations, you see their name first. you see the graphical interpretation of what they are doing, because that is how to turn your idea into a concept. People buy into concepts. They don't buy into ideas. They buy into concepts. So that is how to turn your idea into concept. So you create the graphics for the business. You can decide to have the letterhead, the complimentary card, especially. The letterhead is when you want to print letters, but mostly these days, most thing goes through email. But statutory, you still need to have a letterhead. Then the complimentary card, mostly these days, people just want your phone number, but don't be surprised. There are some meetings you will go to, and who you are having meeting with or who you are meeting will request for your complimentary cards. So that's the reason why you need to have that. So once that is in place, then you are ready to eat the market. When I say ready to eat the market, it is unfortunate, and that is the reason why a lot of entrepreneurs don't sell, or they struggle to sell. Because when we say eat the market now, you now see them start posting products on their social media pages, just posting products on their WhatsApp, broadcasting and all that, without it being graphically interpreted. People buy into concepts. Please don't forget this. If there is anything you forget, people buy into concept. They don't buy into idea. They don't just buy into product. They buy into the trust of a business that is graphically interpreted. So even if you want to post your product on the social media platform, also let them know that it is a well-represented business. You can have your logo by the edge of the product you are sending. You can have your graphics person design a brief that interprets what you are into, and you can send it to your social media platform. Now let's now go to, if you have gotten all these things ready, then how do you sell? Because that has been the challenge of most entrepreneurs. I have product, but I am not selling. I have product, but I am not selling. I have product, but I am not selling. I have done marketing, and I always ask them, what is the marketing you have done? They'll say, I posted on my Facebook, I posted on my Instagram, I posted on my WhatsApp, and I'm not getting returns. No. What you are doing, you are working like a soldier who has a gun in his hand and he is shooting randomly. He can kill anybody. After wasting like 10 bullets, he may probably kill one person or not kill anybody. That is not how you work. You must work like a sniper. What is the job of a sniper? A sniper, if a sniper is contacted to kill someone, a sniper will go to that environment maybe like a month or two before the day of the kill. A sniper will observe that environment. After observing the environment, the sniper will observe where he is going to position himself to take the shot. And what a sniper always aims at is that once I take one shot, that one shot must kill that person. So a sniper do not waste resources unnecessarily. So the same way, you must not waste resources unnecessarily. First and foremost, you must do your marketing plan. What is your marketing plan? Who are the people you want to sell to? You can't sell to everybody. Everybody is not in secondary school. Everybody is not in university. Everybody is not in crèche. Everybody is not in primary school. Everybody is not in nursery school. No. So you must be able to define the people you are selling to. If you're selling to people who are in crèche, you want people to listen to your packaging or respond to your product or service that is meant for people in crèche, then you should be selling to their parents, not the children. You should be selling to parents. And when you are selling to parents, you should be able to define the age range of the parents you are selling to. Maybe parents between the age of 25 and 35, or 25 to maximum 40, because you know that, okay, these are the parents that can have babies that will be in crèche. So you must be able to define the market you are selling to. And if you're selling to, say you are selling to parents who are between the ages of 25 and 35, the question now becomes, where do you find them in large quantity? You are not looking for them in small quantity. You are looking for them in large quantity. You can imagine if you want to sell to such parents in crèche, and you go to the reception of an hospital where they are doing postnatal, you find lots of them there. You find lots of them. Or you go to a salon where they are making hair, you find a sizable number of them there. Or you go to anywhere where you know that, oh, women's gather, you find them there. So the same way, if you're going to leverage on social media, let's say on Facebook, you have to find a group that is meant for women. Don't just post. Find a group that is meant for women. Even if you're posting on your Facebook page, create a WhatsApp platform. Post on your Facebook page. Have a link that takes them to your WhatsApp group so that you can start collecting together. Anybody who clicks that link, they click the link because they are interested in what you are selling. So time may not be enough for me to be able to fully expatiate on the marketing, because that's where the selling is. But I will just give you few tips of what you need to note when it comes to marketing, and we can wrap up with that, and I can take as many as possible questions. Now, what are the tips that I'm going to give to you? We have the first market people can sell to. We call them the baby boomers. We call them the baby boomers. That is those who are in their 50s, 60s, 70s. They are the baby boomers. They are old in age. Then we have those we call the Generation X. They are those in their 40s upward. We have the Generation Z, those in their 30s upward. Then we have the Generation Y, the Generation Y, those in their 30s upward. Then we have the Generation Z, those in their early 20s. Then we have the Generation Alpha, those are the children and the toddler. So if you know the generation you're trying to sell to, if you intend to start selling on the social media platform, you need to know the generation that each of these generation belongs to. The Facebook is like a generation for the mass market. Everybody is there. But if you want to create a niche market for those who are in secondary school, they fall, for example, those who are in secondary school, they fall into the Generation Z. So what do? You find them on TikTok. You find some of them on Instagram. That is the platform where you engage them. If you're engaging them on Facebook, you may not find plenty of them, because this set of people, they are restless. And because they are restless, they like anything that is activities. TikTok give them that activity, so you can leverage on that. Apart from you finding them on TikTok, you can also find them physically in centers, maybe Jam Center, GCE Center, lessons, even in their schools when they are closing from school. If you have product for them, or you can work to the management of the school, you can sell your product to them. But whatever you are doing, wherever you are finding them, don't just find them and stay with them there. Bring them to your own platform. If you don't have money to create at least a WhatsApp platform where you can have all of them, all the people who are signed up with you, you have them on your WhatsApp platform. Data also. Imagine if you are selling a book for secondary school people and you have a data of 5,000 people and you post that book at 1,000 naira to that 5,000 people. Even if 10% of that 5,000 people, which is 500, and they buy from you, that is 500,000 naira. So you are in the era of data. Be hungry to gather data. Be hungry to gather data. So you must be able to define the market that you are trying to sell to. When you define the market you are trying to sell to, then consistently sell to them on that market. When I say consistently sell to them on that market, sometimes I laugh when I look at some people, I get like broadcasts for them maybe 2 or 3 times in a day. That is frustrating. You don't need to send broadcasts to people 3 or 4 times in a day. You can send broadcasts maybe just twice a week. And when you are sending your broadcast, make sure your broadcast has content that they need. Don't just send broadcasts because you want to send broadcasts. You can't send me anything now and you tell me, oh, Fred, help me rebroadcast it. I don't do that. The reason why I don't do that is because the people on my broadcast list, I respect them and I only sell the thing that I know will be meaningful to them. So you can't be, you are into music, you just release broadcast it to my friends on my broadcast list. No, I can't do that. Or you design something, like a friend of mine is launching his church tomorrow and he did a flyer. He wants me to put it on my status. I don't do that because the people that view my status, I respect them. So I offer them what I know will be beneficiary to them. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the church will not be beneficiary to them. But what I am saying is that I have created a brand. And what is the brand? Alfred is known for talking about business. And if I have known for talking about business, I don't want to introduce any other thing. I don't want to create confusion in the mind of those who are already following me. So the same way, if you're an edupreneur, always talk about education, especially to the niche market that you have created on your platform. Don't talk about any other thing. Don't bother yourself about, oh, this information is so interesting. It talks about the happenings in Nigeria. Let me broadcast it to my friend. If you don't broadcast it, that your friend will still get it. The broadcast will eventually go around. It mustn't come from you, except if it is relating to what you are doing. If it is relating to what you are doing, I even tell some people, my platform is my platform. I created it. And if anybody is going to leverage on it, you have to pay me for it. So that is a civilized way of telling people I don't do unnecessary broadcasts. So that is the way you work and you run your business. That's the best way to start and the best way to start selling it. And I want to mention this in conclusion. The best way to start selling it in business, we focus on volume. We don't focus on capital gain. I will explain. We focus on volume. We don't focus on capital gain. Capital gain means you design or you buy a product for 5,000 and you are selling it for 30,000. I'm not saying premium product. So, like I said, when you are trying to sell your product, focus on volume, not capital gain. Capital gain is when you buy for, say, 5,000 naira and you are trying to sell for 20 or 30,000 naira. That's capital gain. But we focus on the cash flow, how you can quickly turn over the money. You buy it for 5,000, you can sell it for 5,100 naira and you make 100 naira after your overhead. And when you make that 100 naira, you now look at the volume I can sell it to. I always say this, Dangote is not trying to make 10 billion naira in one day. Dangote is trying to look for the mass number of people that can buy bags of cement from him. And that's how he makes money. Mike Adenuga is not looking for somebody to give him 100 million naira in bulk. Mike Adenuga is looking for somebody who will make 1 minute call. If he can get 10 million people to make 1 minute call per day at the rate of 50 naira, that is 50 million. That's how they make money. So in business, we focus on volume. We don't focus on cash, on capital gain. We focus on the volume. So anytime you're thinking of your business, think of where can I find my target market in large quantity? How can I reach them in large quantity? If you reach 1 or 2 people, you may virtually not get patronage. But if you reach 100 people, there is every tendency you will get 5 to 10 people who will patronize you. So the more people you can reach, the more patronage you can get. So I would like to stop here. And if there is any question, I can take a question and we can move on, or we can call it a day. So Chijoke, over to you.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. It was really eye-opening. I learned a lot from the session. I learned a whole lot. Starting from the making, managing, and multiplying money. There was the way you put it. That was how I summarized it in my head. And everything you said so far about having a structure. That's really wonderful. I don't have a question. I don't know if anyone in the house has questions. Okay, it's good that is around. I don't know if she has any questions to ask.
Hello, Lisa. Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good
Hello.
evening, good.
Thank you for a wonderful session. Very it was really very helpful. I've been into business before now,
I
and
can't hear you. I'm not sure
I
he
can
can hear
barely
you.
hear you. I don't know if you
Yeah,
can speak to your mic.
hello, sir. Can you hear me better now?
your voice is still faint. You can type.
Hello.
Yeah, go on, go on, go on. We'll
Okay.
try and pick you.
Okay, sir. Okay. I say thank you, sir, for a wonderful session. It was really, really
You're welcome.
eye-opening for me. Being in business before now, even though it's not in a large scale, and I can see some of the issues I had with my business before now. I can actually see the problems why and the reasons why I wasn't making as much progress as I wanted. So, but right now I'm thinking of going into another aspect of a business that I had in mind. I discussed it with you the other day when that was the introductory class that we had. I was saying I wanted to start an after school service for children. I have a ready market right now, but the problem I think I will encounter is the trust issue. Just as we said that most times your market they they might not trust you initially. They actually need time and for you to deliver on what you have said you will deliver before they can get to trust you. So my question is, how can I go about gaining that trust? Because what I wanted to do initially was I've taught in some schools, so I was thinking of contacting maybe the parents and tell them I'm starting an after school service care for children and maybe work on those people since I already have since they already know me kind of. So but I don't know how can I go about expanding the market I already have. Hello sir, did you
Okay.
hear my
Yes, I did. The first one, how can you earn the trust of your existing market for them to keep patronizing you, and how can you grow your market? Am I right? Am I right, Gold?
right, sir. Right, sir.
Okay,
Hello.
so how can you get them to trust you, and how can you grow
Yes,
the market? Uh-huh.
yes,
Okay, now when it comes to the issue of trust, the issue of trust takes a while, most especially when you are selling service or a product that is not exceptionally or properly packaged. What you need to do, for example, if I ask you now, if you notice that Adiola did something, he gave a free training. And because he gave the free training, some people decided and they trusted him and they paid to attend the paid one. I don't know if you get my point. So it is the same strategy. When you walk into this school, tell them these services or this product, you will give them to test run, or you will run the service for them maybe for a week or for 1 day or for 2 days. I don't know what it is. If it is service, you can say, okay, I will run it for you guys for 2 or 3 days. Let me prove my point to you. And you prove your point. Once you prove your point, you move on. They will zero on it. In that point of that opportunity to say, okay, come and take us for free. Sell yourself like you have never sold yourself before. For example, let me give you an instance. I'm a business consultant. I'm also facilitate in business schools. So I walked to a particular business school one day and I told them, I want to be a facilitator here. And they told me to bring a proposal of how much it will cost. And when I gave them a proposal, they said my fee is too high, that they already have somebody who is taking them, that I don't think they will need me. So I now told the owner of the school, I said, listen, just in case you need someone to teach for free at any given point in time, give me a call. I will come and teach for free. You understand? And I left them with my number. One funny day, they called me and they said, oh, they have something going on and their business management facilitator is not around. Can I come and take the class for free? I said, yes, I'm coming. I dressed up that day. I went there. I went straight to the class and I taught them for just 1 hour. And after 1 hour, I didn't go to meet the management. I left. Before I got to the gate of the street, the management, the owner of the school called me. She called me and sat me down. He said, let's look at that your fee. He said, because the moment you finished, all the students rushed to my office. And they said, who is that man? Where have you kept him all this while? He said, why is he not the one taking us? Can he be taking us often? Now, that was how I bought into their trust. That was how they trusted me and they decided to say, okay, let's negotiate. And we negotiated and I'm with them. I don't know if you understand me. So that is the first thing you must do. Then secondly, when you say to grow your your market. First, you grow your market majorly through referrals. Put your best somewhere. When you put your best somewhere, whether free, take for example, now if you are selling product or service to the school, go to a particular school and tell them you will do it for free for them. When you do it for free for them, after you are done, create a form that is the evaluation form and give the evaluation form to the school management. As if they are evaluating you, let them evaluate you. Then in that your evaluation form, have a section where you talk about the product that you are selling and how much is the product and how it will benefit the school. Then at the third section, put a space there that who else do they know will need this kind of service that they can recommend you to. And you lead them to put in the name and the phone number. It has worked for me several times. Several times. I give them the evaluation form, they fill the evaluation form, they choose a package that they are interested in. They may not sign up for the package immediately, but I keep following them up on the package and they eventually sign up for the package. Then lastly, they leave me with names of their friends and family that also need my services. So they've given me contacts that can help me increase myself. Then apart from them also giving you contact through referrals, you also need to do a lot of legwork. I don't call it legwork, I call it mapping. First and foremost, sit down and do research of all the schools within your proximity and beyond your proximity. Then designate days that you'll be going out to introduce your product. If you can be in as much as possible places, there are chances you will get more market. And if you have a way of selling the product to them online, sell it to them online, but nothing can fit into the place of one-on-one meeting, I can guarantee you that. I always say this, when you are in business, even when you send people an email, send an email telling them you will give them a call. Give them a call. In that call, request for a meeting, then do the meeting. It becomes easier. When you send email, it builds a level of trust. When you give them that call, it builds a level of trust, which brings about familiarity. When you now go to that to meet the person in their space, it becomes, oh, you are the one that spoke with me on the phone. It builds that trust stronger. So those are the ways you can leverage on. Those are the things you can leverage on to build trust for your business. I don't know if that is cool with you.
Thank you. Alfred. Really helpful. That was really helpful. Thank you very much. Hello? Can you hear me, Alfred?
No, 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 no.
Pardon?
We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Can
Go.
you hear me?
Can hear you, but it's
Okay, let
breaking
me
and
type
your
it in
voice
chat
is faint.
box.
Better.
Type it, if you can type it.
Please let me type it. I'm sorry.
Are you typing? Okay, good. I've seen your message. Good, it's helpful. If there's any more question, you can always get my number from Chijoke. You can ask him for my number. You can ask me question at any time, and I will give you heads on how you can go about it. That's the benefit of what you get for being the only one in the meeting right now. So Chijoke, at this junction, we'll call it a day, and
Thank you very
we'll hope
much.
to meet some other time. Thank you for the opportunity. Thanks, Emred, on my behalf also, and we hope to connect more.
Thank you so much, sir. I'll chat you up today. I'll chat you up
Okay,
today.
that's fine. I'll look forward to that then.
All
Okay,
right.
then. Take
Night.
care. Night, night.
Hello, Mr.
Hello.
Chijoke.